a sunny and kind of a cool morning. It's a Tuesday morning in Northeast Ohio. Welcome on into the bullpen, a Bull and Fox edition. As Mr. Chairman of the board says, good morning, Bull emoji and Fox emoji. Dustin, how you doing this morning? What's going on?
Top of the morning, Bull. Top of the morning. How we doing there?
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, but it's only been 5 days.
I feel like I have not seen you in a while. Well, last week we didn't work together.
We didn't?
No. We worked on the podcast, but not in person.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And same thing this week because I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm not working tomorrow.
Slacker.
I'm working today instead of tomorrow on the other show. So, yeah, anyway, well, we'll see you next week then. But a lot to get to today. Giannis traded, and not to the Cavs, of course. The Guardians are playing like crapola. And could there be a Shedeur Sanders trade? We'll see. We'll get into all of it coming up. But first, it's time for you to win in trivia. You win a hearty handshake and a congratulations. That's what you win right now.
A hearty handshake.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll actually get that handshake. If I meet you, I'll give you a handshake, even though I'm a germaphobe.
Are you shaking hands again? I thought you said pre-COVID you were never going to shake hands.
It's funny that you say that because I was not shaking hands for a long time, but it came to a point that, people are touchy about it, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and make any feel like because it's not personal, but sometimes people take it personally. You don't want to shake hands. I still try to fist bump instead of shake hands as often as possible. But
I actually think the fist bumps are easier to do.
Much easier.
Just quick.
Much easier.
Just quick.
Yeah. You get the fist bump.
Big fist bumper.
You meet so many people. Some people want to shake hands, and I'm just going to shake hands, and that's it. Then I go wash my hands. But it's not, and it's nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with what the person looks like, because most of the people I meet are perfectly fine-looking people. But I'm just a little uptight about it. The germs. Yeah. But I'm less uptight than I was. My wife's better now, and whatever. And I'm healthier, so I just weighed in yesterday. I'm now down 87 pounds.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
Sometimes
87
100 pounds down. So
it's a human.
Yeah.
I feel like it hasn't been that long, like just a couple of months, huh?
I started the pre-surgery diet. It's almost 4 months since I started the pre-surgery diet, and it's been a couple days past 3 months.
Okay. That
I've had the surgery. I'm now allowed to eat bread and other things, but I haven't had any bread. I'm letting myself have, noodles in a soup. Like I had some chicken noodle soup the other day, and I had sushi for the first time, but that's it. I'm still not eating anything fried. Like if my son gets French fries, I'll have one or two, and I'm satisfied, which is crazy. Because I couldn't eat one French fry, but now I can just eat one French fry, get the taste, and I'm fine. I'm like good to go. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get to some trivia questions. To answer the Browns trivia questions, scan. You see the thing on the box, the QR code there in the screen, or you can go down the bottom. You see it says to go play trivia.betnetworks.com. Oh, we started already. How many different players have started a quarterback for the Browns since 99? 33, 42, 46, or 39?
I think it's 33.
No, it's more than that. I think it's 42.
Is it?
I don't remember. It might be 46. The majority of the answer said 46. The correct answer is 42. I was right. Look at that. All right, that's question number one. It's that simple. We'll see who's leading after one question. There you go. Alex P. What happened to the rest of the group here? Nobody else is Aaron. Isn't that my son? Or is somebody else?
Aaron.
What college did legendary Cleveland Browns running back Jim Brown attend before joining the NFL? That's an easy one. A, Ohio State, B, Syracuse, C, Michigan, D, Notre Dame. Syracuse.
Obviously.
Yes. All right. We got 3 answers for Syracuse. One person said Ohio State. Jeez. All right. Let's see. He was also great at lacrosse. There you go. Standings after 2 rounds. Sammy Hill moving to the lead with 83 points. Z in second with 77. Who was the first head coach of the reactivated Cleveland Browns? Reactivated in 99. Chris Palmer, Bill Belichick, Butch Davis, or Paul Brown?
Chris Palmer.
Chris Palmer it is. It's A. Did everybody get it right? Not everybody. One person said Belichick. No. Belichick was fired by the Ravens, not by the Browns. He was the coach here before they left. And the answer is Chris Palmer, as you said, Dustin. And through 3, it's 157 for Sammy Hill, 152 for Z. Alex in third with 56. Who was the first overall pick for the Browns in the 2000 draft? Tim Couch, Courtney Brown, Gerard Warren, Joe Thomas. It was Courtney Brown, I think, right?
Correct.
Or was it? Yeah.
Correct. Couch was 99.
In 2000. Yeah. Yeah, Tim Couch was 99.
I'm just like looking back because I'm curious now. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, how did they come up with Chris Palmer to be their first coach?
Yeah, I wonder how that came about.
He had really never been a head coach
That was
outside of like small colleges.
That was a weird choice, but Sammy Hill.
He was
still has a lead.
the OC for the Jaguars
Okay.
before he got the Browns job for 2 years.
And finally, who was the Cleveland Browns player to be inducted into? Who was the first Cleveland Browns player to be inducted to the Hall of Fame? Jim Brown, Otto Graham, Marion Motley, or Lou Groza? I'm not sure who was first.
I think Groza.
It makes sense. They were all played earlier than Jim Brown, the other 3 guys. Otto Graham, 4 votes there. I'm not sure. I don't know. It is Otto Graham. He's the first one.
Otto Graham.
Not
Okay.
Lou the Toe. Otto Graham was the first one to go in.
65.
And the winner of the trivia contest is, well, third place is Alex P., who failed after a good start. Second place is Sammy Hill, who blew the lead in the last question. And the winner is Z with 238 points. Nice job, Z. That's your trivia for the day. Speaking of football, there were some rumors from, I don't know if there were any legitimate sources on that, but there was some, nonsense popping up on social media about a potential Shedeur Sanders trade.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. I guess if you were thinking about
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I guess if you're thinking about drafting Sorsby, you might consider it, but it's still stupid. First of all, he's not going to be ready to play in the beginning of the year. And number 2, you don't know if you're going to get him. And who knows if he's even better than Shedeur Sanders? I don't know.
Yeah,
I know
good
some
point.
people think he is, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest Shedeur Sanders guy, but the more time goes on, I'm like, just give this guy a chance here. Let's see, with improved talent, can this guy be something? And if he can, he can't. Let's not get too cute here. At least there's a possibility. Starting Deshaun Watson is fucking stupid. It really is fucking stupid.
That was jarring.
Yeah, sorry. I know.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. I'm just not used to it because we can't swear in UCSS anymore.
Right.
So
I know. It's just I just don't. I don't.
that's also fucking stupid.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But I'm not buying these trade rumors. I mean, I don't know what the Browns like. I'm not sure what Andrew Berry or what do you call it? Todd Monken, couldn't think of his name for a second. Feel like how good they think Shedeur Sanders is, I have no idea. If they don't think he's good and they, want to move on at the end of this year, okay, fine. But there's no point in playing anyone else. I understand if they love Brendan Sorsby and want to draft him, okay. There's a lot of red flags there. He's not quite a finished product. We don't know how good he is. I don't know if they're going to get him, but based on the way the team is constituted right now, trading Shedeur Sanders to me is stupid. Unless somebody gave you a huge overpay, but that's not going to happen. But I just think play the guy and
what's an overpay? I mean, no one's going to give up a 3rd-round pick for this guy.
No, and I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking something even higher, which obviously nobody's going to give up. But yeah, nobody's even going to give up a 3rd-round pick. What's that?
No one's going to give up a second round
No,
pick, let alone a
no,
first round pick.
no,
Like,
certainly not.
it's crazy. And
Yeah.
if somebody offered you like a 5 or a 6, like why would you take that?
Right. What's the point?
There is still some potential there to
Yeah.
see, at least I think, to see what he has.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders he's such a polarizing subject. And I think sometimes, and maybe I've even been guilty of this subconsciously to some degree, like any other player that has huge hype, sometimes it's annoying. If you're a fan, if in the media, whatever, and we get into our own feelings and we
Here's
let
a
that
prime
cloud
example,
our
Adam.
judgment.
Prime example.
Yeah.
It's a player that you were overly critical of because you were tired of his hype. Tim Tebow.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, it was so annoying. I found his fans so annoying.
Unfair criticism, like personally.
Right.
You can criticize his like on the field performance or whatever,
Yeah.
like, and he didn't pan out as a quarterback.
Right.
But still, like, guy was an all-time great college player, like won a playoff game in the NFL, like probably shouldn't have been selected as high as he was, but either way, he didn't do anything wrong to you. And it's like same with Shedeur. Like Shedeur doesn't deserve hate because of anything that, I mean, and by the way, Shedeur wasn't even a first-round pick.
No,
so
it's not like he was overpicked or anything, and we wouldn't. It's just like it's time to just give the guy a chance. Obviously, he was a good player in college. There's flaws to his game, but there's also some talent there, and I think like everything else in this world, we've chosen extremes on Shedeur Sanders, and the supporters think he can't do anything wrong, and the haters think he's the worst quarterback ever, and neither of those things are true. It's just really silly, and who knows what he's going to be, but I just think at this point, it's worth giving him a chance. I think so. I think trading him would be stupid.
I mean, listen, I agree with you 1,000%. Now, if somebody wanted to give up a very, very high draft pick, different story, but that's not happening.
No,
there's no reason that anyone would do that. And if somebody was willing to give up like a first or second round pick for Shedeur Sanders, that would mean that Shedeur Sanders played really well. And the Browns, who haven't had a quarterback since 1999, wouldn't trade that quarterback because they haven't been able to find one. So it's just not happening, folks.
Exactly. All right. Training camp starts, I think, a month from today, roughly. So we're just 4 weeks away. What's going on if you're a player, and obviously it's different when you're a young player, you're fighting to make the roster, whatever. Are guys generally? Let's speak to veterans here. Are they taking this time off? I mean, or can you not do that at this point unless you're a superstar? Are you working out every day? Like, or is this the time you're traveling and having fun? Or
no, you're working out, but I mean, you're definitely getting in some vacation time or family time, whatever it may be that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not the most enjoyable time because, in the back of your mind that in 4 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is, it's looming.
Yeah.
And I always think about that. This was in 2007.
Yeah.
I went on vacation with it was me, my brother, and his wife and my wife, and we went like to Mexico. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was like an all-inclusive trip, and it was like a really fun time. Yeah. But I had a miserable time because I was just thinking about training camp, which was like 3 weeks away. And so you just really it was hard to like unwind and like actually relax and get away. So it's tough. I mean, for the veteran guys who know that your roster spot's good and they're going to start and their money's good, like you're probably able to relax a little bit more, unlike someone like me who's just trying to, fight for a roster spot. So it was a little bit different, but nonetheless, you still get those kind of sick feeling willies, if you will, like in your belly when you know that training camp's right around the corner, because training camp sucks. It doesn't matter if you're a professional, whether you're in college, whether you're in high school, like training camp in football, it's not pleasant. It's just not a pleasant time.
It's because it's all, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's all the work and none of the payoff, right? The games are the payoff.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know?
Well, and there's no guarantees in training camp. Like there's no guarantees you're on the roster. There's no guarantees you're going to make it. Like it's a very stressful time. It's not pleasant because that's better now because the players don't have to be out there like all day. Like when we were in camp, like 3 days, they don't have 2 days even anymore at all. But it's not a pleasant time because it's hot and you're in pads and you're hitting and doing all this stuff. And then at the end of the day, you got to like go back to your dorm room or your hotel room and you got to sit there and think about all the the pressures of trying to make the roster. Like it's a stressful time.
Yeah.
For most players. And I would say most players, because most guys don't have the guaranteed money, and most players aren't guaranteed to, be a starter or on the roster.
It's a great point, and that's what all these players, or most of them, are dealing with. Obviously, if you're a Myles Garrett or a superstar with proof, even if you're a first-round pick, but still, there's pressure as a first-round pick because you got to prove you belong.
Correct.
Obviously, you got a good deal of guaranteed money, and you will be on the roster, but if you go in there and you suck, okay, that's not going to last for long.
Yeah, I mean, the only guy chilling right now is probably like, if you're like Patrick Mahomes' backup, you know what I mean? Or like you're a backup quarterback, you're going to be on the team.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm good. And if you don't make the team, you're like, okay, I've played 10 years anyway.
Yeah, Joe Flacco is probably pretty chill right now.
Joe Flacco's chilling. He's just chilling.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Joe Burrow's backup, right?
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
What a great backup to have.
They got Flacco and Josh Johnson. So they have 2 veteran backups.
Josh Johnson's still playing.
Yeah, guys, he must be the best teammate because he's been on every team. Everybody loves that. And like he goes everywhere. He's still in the league, even though he rarely plays. But
he's got to. You're right. I mean, he's got to like not only just be a great teammate, but he's got to be so knowledgeable that it's almost like having an extra coach in the room.
Right.
Yeah, and for a veteran quarterback like Burrow, it's probably really helpful to have somebody out there. It's like, okay, imagine being able to have a coach that can play. That can actually like show you something or like
absolutely
demonstrate. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, to have both Flacco and Josh Johnson chat with, that's great. That's a pretty good situation.
It's got to be a great room.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's talk some NBA. Obviously, the Giannis rumors had been going on for a while. We hoped, even though it didn't seem likely lately, that he would end up with the Cavs. Of course, he is not going to end up with the Cavs. Giannis has been traded to the Heat in a blockbuster deal. It seemed like it was down to the Heat and the Celtics. I know a lot, including Bill Simmons and the Boston media, thought the Celtics had the best offer. Well, apparently Jimmy Haslam didn't agree. The Bucks trading Giannis and Bobby Portis to the Heat for Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jamie Jaquez Jr. I apologize if I pronounce his name wrong. Another guy, I'm going to definitely pronounce his name wrong. Kasparis can't even say his name. I have no idea how to say his last name. Kasparis J. 3 first-round picks, including the number 13 pick in today's the draft, right? Isn't today the draft?
Tonight.
Yeah,
round one
the draft.
tonight.
I don't know. I was brain freeze there for a second. So they have now the 13th pick. They have 1 pick swap and 1 second-round pick. So they got a lot of parts. I don't know how many good parts they got. I don't know some of these other guys that well, but they got much younger. The Heat get Giannis, which is an interesting trade because it doesn't, as good as Giannis is, he's been injury prone, he's older, and it doesn't feel like they were that close to a championship, but I obviously could be wrong. What did you think about this deal?
Well, I think it's a good move for the Bucks because Giannis has obviously shown and has said in a variety of ways that he didn't want to sign long-term with Milwaukee. And so for them to get out of this, they had to get out of it, and they had to move him, and obviously that happened. I think they got a bunch of really good players, at least according to the experts. I mean, I was watching a bunch of SportsCenter this morning and reading some stuff, and all that's really good. They got 3 unprotected first-round picks, including the 13th pick tonight. So they're gonna see something right now. With whoever they pick tonight. And then for like the Heat, they're better. I don't know that they're like any closer to a title than the Cavaliers are. I mean, they've got Bam Adebayo, and Giannis. That's amazing. With both those guys are healthy, that's a phenomenal duo. But they're thin, and if Giannis doesn't stay healthy, they're going to lose a bunch of games. The other thing I would say is that Pat Riley's batting 1,000 basically with his big trades, and you can go all the way back to Shaquille O'Neal, to Lonzo Mourning, to Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Chris Bosh. Like, he just gets it done, and this might be his swan song, with Miami, and
Right.
I'm not betting against Pat Riley.
No, it's a good point. You're right. Usually, what he does turns to gold, and if Giannis could stay healthy, yeah, obviously the Heat are a serious contender. If he can't, well, they weren't a serious contender without him anyway, so why not take the chance? As for the Cavs, I don't know what's next. Obviously, Jaylen Brown wants to be traded. I can't imagine the Celtics would trade him to the Cavs, but I don't know. I guess I would trade. I would trade Evan Mobley for Jaylen Brown. I think there's a lot of fans that wouldn't do that. I would. Jaylen Brown's a better player. Would you do it?
For Mobley?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today.
I don't understand. I think there's a lot of fans that wouldn't want to do that.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Now, I don't know, who knows if the Celtics would even consider
Jaylen Brown's
trading.
basically a rental, right? At this point. I mean, it's going to be a 1-year deal.
No, I think he has years under contract.
Are you sure about that?
Let me
Okay.
No, I'm not. So I'm going to double check that right now. Yeah, no, I'm correct. He signed
through 28-28.
Yeah,
29.
through 28-29. Yeah. He signed an extension 3 years ago.
Okay.
And now he's making obviously a boatload of money, but he's a great player.
So he's got 3 years left on his deal.
3 years left on his deal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's more than I thought. I for some reason I thought I'd heard that he had 1 year left, but
I think that's Giannis that has 1 year left. Maybe you confused those two. I don't know.
I probably did.
But I mean, he's coming off his best season. He finished 6th in the MVP. He averaged 28.7 points, which is obviously a career high for him. He shot 35% from 3, 52% or 48% from the field, 80% from the line, averaged 7 rebounds per game, tied for a career high, averaged 5 assists a game, a career high. He had a magnificent season. He's not old. He's 30, or he'll turn 30 right at the beginning of the season. But to me, it's a no-brainer. Now, I don't know if that's realistic at all. I'll have to, see what Mike says or Jason or whatever. I don't know, but I don't see how they can get significantly better without. I don't know who else could they get. Like, that's a stud. I think he's the only option, and I don't even know that he is an option. I'm just hoping he is.
I mean,
so we'll see.
Would they trade him to the Cavaliers?
I don't know. I wouldn't if I were them, but
I mean, I certainly would not.
No, but the only reason I would think it's a possibility is that Mobley's. It depends what the Celtics want to do. If they want to turn Jaylen Brown into like multiple players and draft picks, then they would go to another team because obviously the Cavs don't have draft picks to trade. But if they're looking to just get the best player available, is there a better player than Evan Mobley that they can get? I don't know. Certainly not a better young player. I'm not the highest on Mobley, but a lot more people are, and he's still like a top 30 player, right? At the very least.
Oh, absolutely.
So I don't know that they're going to get a better, player than Mobley. I'm not sure, but we shall see how it plays itself out. But obviously the draft tonight, I know Mikey McNuggets last week was talking about, he was really high on Zuby Ejiofor for the Cavs. Apparently the Cavs really like him, but there was some rumblings that Zuby, who was originally kind of projected to be an early second-round pick and then a late first-round pick where the Cavs are, that maybe he's going to go higher now. I don't know. The mock draft on ESPN has the Cavs taking Malik Thomas with the 29th pick in the draft. They actually have Zuby Ejiofor going 32, so based on their mock draft, he would still be there at 29. But it's a deep draft. So who knows? Maybe the Cavs can get a player that could, help start to turn things around. Well, I shouldn't say turn things around, but help the Cavs get over the hump. That's going to be a lot to ask.
I mean,
for
listen,
a late first-round
there's
pick.
nothing's going to happen tonight that's going to make the Cavs get over the hump.
You never know. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, odds are no.
They got
right.
to find Draymond Green tonight.
You never know. It's possible. You know,
It is possible. You're right.
yeah,
I shouldn't
but
be so
it's not
negative.
it's not that lucky. Luckily, what the hell is wrong with me?
Luckily?
Lucky, they're not that lucky. I don't know. Having a brain freeze. Let's talk to baseball. Let's switch it up. Let's get to the biggest baseball story of the day, and that is my son hitting for the cycle.
Pretty
Dustin,
incredible.
on Friday night. I'd never seen it in all these years of coaching, playing Little League. I had never seen a kid hit for a cycle in a kid's game and in the Pony League on a Friday night under the lights at Clague Park in Westlake, leading us to victory over the first place team. My son hit a home run then a triple, then a single, then a double. 4 for 4, 4 runs, 4 ribbies, and it was a proud dad moment. He went bananas after he got it.
When was the home run?
The home run was in the first inning.
Okay.
Yeah. So this park doesn't have a fence, so it wasn't technically over the fence. If we had played at like our other park that has fences, it would have gone over. But he hit it so deep, it was way past the outfielders. He just crushed it. And then the triple, I thought he was going to hit a home run again, but their outfielders were playing so much deeper this time that they were able to hold him to a triple. And then the single, he roped in up the middle. The double was probably the least powerful hit. It was kind of more of a bloop, but it found the hole in right center for the double, and it was a cool moment. His teammates went crazy.
That's awesome, dude.
Plus, this was such a fun game because we also had there's a kid that named there's one of the kids on the team named Samuel. He's a player who's really has struggled, but he works so hard to improve, and like all the kids are rooting for him. And he had his best game. Like he had really been struggling. He made a great catch in right field, and the whole team ran out to right field.
That's so cool.
And then he lined a single up the middle. It was like 2 great moments for this kid who works hard, but he struggled, and he came through, and I can't remember if he knocked in the winning run. Aaron scored the winning run. I think it was off a hit from Sam. So it was a cool moment and just a lot of fun. But not as many cool moments for the Guardians these days, Dustin. They lose again, this time to the start of a series to the White Sox. In a wild game, they lose 6-5. They have lost 13 of their last 20 games, which is, going back to what was it? They won those 2 games against the Yankees on June 2nd and 3rd. And since then, they've actually won 5 of 18. Not good. And they lose yesterday 6-5. They were down most of the game. They were down 3-0. They tie it in the 7th. White Sox regain the lead in the bottom of the 7th.
It was an exciting game.
Yeah. It was. The Guardians bring in Cade Smith in the bottom of the 8th. He gets the White Sox out. It's still 5-3. Guardians tie it in the 9th against the White Sox closer, Sir Anthony Dominguez, at 5. And then they bring out Cade Smith again in the 9th, and he blows it in the 9th, which was very disappointing. The walk-off hit by Sam Antonacci. And I know a lot of people are complaining about Cade Smith pitching 2 innings. Listen, he's got to get the job done. I've been critical at times of Vogt. I got no problem with Cade Smith pitching 2 innings. He hadn't pitched in 5 days. He'd only pitched once in the last 8 or 9 days. He can pitch 2 innings. He's not a baby. He's done it before. I think people are over the top. The Guardians are struggling. Their bats are terrible right now. The starting pitching's been a little up and down, and Cade Smith had a bad second inning. They're going through it. And, you're missing 3 of your better hitters right now. The lineup is a bit of a mess. Rhys Hoskins has gone down the tubes. David Fry is not doing much. Obviously, Bailey can't hit. Rocchio's cooled off. They're playing Stuart Fairchild all the time. Gabriel Arias went 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts.
Challenge pitches. I mean, they're out of challenges, too.
I mean, he's just clueless out there.
Yeah.
Clueless. According to Zach Meisel, it was just the 5th time in Cleveland baseball history that a player struck out 5 times in a game. Now, there's some good company. You got 2 Hall of Famers in that list. Larry Doby did it once in the 40s, and Jim Thome did it in 2000. Rick Manning, who's the Guardians broadcaster and was a solid player, did it in 77. But the only player he's just the second player to do it since the year 2000. The other player was Daniel Johnson, who stinks. So not good there. But anyway, they've got to, hopefully they can get DeLauder and Martinez back soon. Travis Bazzana's keeping him afloat. He's playing great. His OPS is like almost 850. He's been tremendous. Khalil Watson got his first hit, which was good to see. Knocked in the 2 runs, which was huge. But the Guardians are struggling, and then they're now out of first. The White Sox, who beat them yesterday, obviously, technically in first. They're tied, but the White Sox are technically in front, but it's a long way to go. And frankly, they've let the Tigers creep back into it. The Tigers are only 6.5 games back now, as they've won 4 in a row, and they're playing a little better. Now, they're still under 500. They're still 10 games under 500. But the Guardians and White Sox, who lead the division, are only 3 games over. I mean, let's face it, the American League is horrible.
Terrible.
There's only 2 teams. Only the Yankees and Rays are more than 3 games over 500 in the whole league, and we're at the halfway point of the season, basically.
Yep.
So, quite a mess. All right, last thing, Dustin, are you catching World Cup fever right now?
I've watched almost every game.
You have, huh?
I shouldn't say every game, but I mean the big games. I mean, it's been on. Dude, it's middle of summer. There's nothing really to watch.
I mean, there's baseball.
Sure, but how much baseball are you gonna watch?
I watch a lot. No,
I mean, I'm not watching other teams besides the Guardians.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm really not watching it. I'm just not that into it. There's so many days between games. Team USA, I don't think plays again till what, Saturday?
I'm not even sure exactly when they play.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, let's see. I think, or not Saturday. Maybe Thursday. Yeah, Thursday they play Turkey, and it's at 10 o'clock at night. But the game doesn't even matter because they've already clinched, I think, the top spot.
So are they going to advance from group stage to the main stage?
Yeah, then they go into the round of 32.
Yeah.
I don't think Team USA's ever gotten past, on the men's side, the round of 32.
That sounds right as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, I know very little about soccer, but I know that the USA team.
Tunisia.
Turkey.
Or Turkey, excuse me.
Yeah, Turkey.
T-U-R, not T-U-N.
Yeah, Turkey is a slight favorite. I'm sorry, USA is a slight favorite.
Yeah, minus
105. Anyway, so
it's been fun. I mean,
okay.
I don't know. I have what's cool, dude, is these games are all in 4K.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It just
that is
looks
cool.
so amazing.
It looks really sharp. Yeah,
it looks so amazing on TV. And these players, they're such good athletes that it's kind of fun to watch these guys, and just it's amazing their stamina and their ability just to run around that field all day. I don't know. And the games are quick. Games are quick.
Yeah, there's no real timeouts.
They got these hydration breaks, but outside of that and an intermission, it's about it.
Yeah. For those who are interested, you got Portugal and Uzbekistan at 1 o'clock today. England and Ghana at 4 o'clock. Portugal and England are huge favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Panama and Croatia at 7, and Colombia and the Congo at 10 o'clock. Congo and Croatia favorites in those games. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, as always. Thanks to who we got today? Alex and Levi for producing today. Thanks to all of you for watching and listening. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'll be back with a Q&A podcast tomorrow, so send any questions to me on Twitter. I'll put out a tweet about it later. And then Dustin and I will be back live Thursday at 8:30. I'll be on UCSS today. Dustin will be on tomorrow, and then I'll be on Thursday and Friday. Until then, we'll talk to you next time. Where else but right here in the bullpen with Bull and Fox. See you, everybody. Bet River.